So, we return to our usual schedule, and I hope one of you remembers when we finished. I know what happened at the last session, but I don't remember the exact point when your Cadra stopped. I know you did the Exterminatus on a planet, rightfully so, considering it was being infected by Tyrannids, a new strain of infiltrators. But I don't know if we cut at it there, or did we have a scene that you went on to Om's world to inform this noble guy, or not? Does anyone remember?
I don't remember either, sorry.
I seem to recall Gabriel, or rather Zhao, telling the noble what happened.
Mm-hmm. We informed them. We informed them remotely. We didn't go to Om's world. We just essentially gave the bare bones of what had happened without giving any details. So there was this nice threat.
Now that I'm trying to remember, I think there was a scene that Zhao was meeting with that guy, Mr.
Was I meeting with him?
Their scene. Maybe.
Yeah,
Not.
I'm not
talk to him in person.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's.
I don't think
also the fact that we talked to him in person.
I don't think it changes
significant
much.
Difference.
Yeah. It doesn't change much.
The only extra things that we were doing were deploying, essentially warning buoys to keep people away from the planet. It's now under interdict and declared a dead world. We were having the ships that participated in the assault, the frigates, are going to the fleet command, and then they are going to dump their records, and essentially everything regarding this is going to be given to fleet command, to be given to the Inquisition, and then their stuff is going to be completely wiped. And the the officers were essentially told not to talk about this sort of thing. We don't want to purge you.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Sorry.
That it was something like that. Okay, does any one of you, or rather, I imagine this would be first question to Sam. Do you plan on either calling... oh fuck, what was his name? Not calling, but making Otis contact with the Lord Admiral's Johannes Dumac ship and inform him what happened? Are you gonna try to meet up with him and like give him a briefing what went down, because technically he's responsible for this sector? Or
do we have anywhere to be? Do we have anywhere where our presence is required right now, addressing GM and Zhao?
I don't think so. I didn't immediately give any red flags as of what's going on.
In that case?
Yeah, you dealt with this, and now you just probably have to wait for a few more weeks / months, depending on Imperial and Saran bureaucracy. And
oh look, I'm even richer.
Project going on. I'm not saying the time skip happened. I'm like, currently there's no time skip. Unless you will like start traveling long distances, then we obviously will have time pass. But yeah, currently, as far as you are aware, there are like big fires going on. Oh, also, if somebody's curious, I put a new part in Whispers of the Void, which might be fucking up canon a lot, or my interpretation of characters, but I don't give a damn, it's mine. Also, I don't think I'll be using any music, but just in case, you can change master music volume level so it won't be too loud. Because they destroyed SoundCloud, well, destroyed, not per se, but they added Fun Burst, which is essentially the same.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good to me. And, yep, we're going to go see Admiral Johannes Dumas personally.
Do you ask? Obvious, because you are like 99% sure that his capital ship will be like around Kolf, like in the vicinity, because that's still a potential flashpoint for the conflict.
We need to go to Korth anyway. We need Sigma needs to deal with the memory dump.
Oh, right. Right, that thing. Okay, so do you just like plot the course and jump there without sending any message beforehand, or do you ask Otis to like give Admiral a heads up? Or Admiral's astropath a heads up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, might as well. Ovis, do send the Admiral's flagship a friendly message. Tell them that Inquisitor Xanthus is on the way, and request that Admiral Dumas maintain a position over the planet Kolth.
Of course, sir.
Good.
And then,
Let's whisper.
I don't know. Do you mean that you are overseeing the procedure of gathering the information?
Pretty
Because
much.
I'm not sure what do you mean by that, what you just wrote.
It's just a really, really large. Actually, no, that probably wouldn't be sent in a message. But essentially, we are escorting 2 frigates back in, and then they will be undergoing maintenance. So, sending ahead at least to inform course that will need to be ready. And we can also inform the Admiral that we are going to be there at the same time. So, and the process of extracting the computer memory from the vast memory banks of even something as small as a frigate, and then adding to that the complexity of making sure that every single bit of data is expunged from them will require the attention of a Magus, which in this case would be Sigmund.
Can do.
I imagine he will like. You probably don't even need to roll considering your sick bond. So, and it's Imperial ship, so it would make no sense if you had any negative modifiers, any difficulty in. It would only take some amount of time, but not too much. I would.
About a week each ship.
Okay, so. Yeah, your navigator still proves to be the best navigator, as he manages to get you guys. Oh wait, that's not the map I wanted you to put in, not Calix's sector periphery. Yeah, he manages to like find the best possible. He's used to it, or maybe he's trying to do his best, because otherwise he's gonna get a bullet in the head. And yeah, Navigator Gaston is proving his worth. So, but wait, it was yes. I imagine that even with a very good roll, getting from Frax to Kolf will take. I'd say somewhere between 2 and 3. And I fucking don't remember which part of the month was it, so I don't know if that would put you above, like, would that get you to your next payment? I guess nobody remembers.
No.
I was muted.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I can't remember the last time we were paid.
Yeah, so let's say that definitely the travel from Frax to Kulf will give you another payment. It will put you in another month.
Yay!
Ooh, time to roll for requisition from the cold trade.
Time to do what now?
It's
Hmm.
just gravy at this point.
Yeah, I
Or
also
regular
didn't
rate.
understand what gamer wants to do so.
Something about
Still
cold
rank.
trade.
God damn it.
Are we still rank 12, rank 13? What are we?
We are rank 12.
I don't know. I wasn't
We're
giving
rank
you.
12.
I wasn't giving you too much XP for the last sessions.
No.
We're at 2800, so
Yeah, we leveled up recently, so we have ways to go.
Hmm.
What that roll was for? And
oh, requisitioning, but
okay.
I failed because this is a very, very difficult requisition.
What are you
Trying to think of
trying
what
to
I might want.
Care to share what you wanted?
Oh, more ammunition.
Oh, because James
Wasted it all.
wasted a lot of those. So
That's right. I'm gonna have to refuel my plasma and melt them.
I am down
Flasks.
to, what is it? I have 5 clips of the hex rifle, so 35 shots. 30 shots of the dark lance left, not counting what's already in there, and I have a lot of shuriken, but the really powerful ammunition. I don't have very much left, so oops.
but you have money to spare, I would imagine.
I have money to spare, but this is contraband. So
Oh right, I forgot this is a fucking alien weapon. So obviously they won't be selling that on Scintilla.
no, I have to use my contacts. That's where the -20 comes in, but the +60 pretty much counts as not unique, but it's at that level of difficulty.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
So I failed.
it's fine, I understand. Okay,
So I need to be actually quite careful about what I'm shooting.
somebody wants me to roll because I want, like, I might as well. Maybe one day something interesting and bad will happen to you. So first person to roll, like, roll me D100 and tell me what you get.
Not my baby.
17.
71. No, my baby.
71. Okay, so another D100, but with -10.
Congratulations, your ship breaks in half. Oh shit. 13.
13. So war problems table routine. Okay, so let's see.
Yay, boring.
Yeah, boring stuff. Okay, and you can give me another D100 roll to see what kind of whispers of the warp you get.
Oh. I rolled the last one, so one of you go ahead.
I'll roll it.
36.
36.
Okay. Okay, so it might be interesting if you decide how does it look. 36 is dark foreboding. A chill wind blows past everyone, chilling them slightly, even through the heaviest insulation. Then temperature returns to normal, but they are unable to shake the feeling that somewhere something dreadful has happened. The GM may want to call upon one or more of the players to deliver an Obi-Wan-like declaration of what they feel has transpired. Or the players may wish to supply it themselves. So if anyone has an idea how this might have looked, then feel free to pitch in your idea.
Can you read it again? I didn't understand the last part of it.
Might as well.
I mean, I can also if I can look it up on the table itself because I have the table saved.
Copy it.
Okay.
An Obi-Wan like declaration.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this.
As his familiar voices cried out, and were suddenly silenced.
Considering that we just did an Exterminatus like a few days ago.
It's not entirely impossible. I mean, there would be a psychic shockwave from that.
Yeah, I mean there was, mostly from that apex predator that tried to fuck over psychers with his dice. Yeah, I imagine someday you get a lot of reports that you felt a sudden chilling breeze and mostly not Antalius. Yeah, Antalius. That's his fucking name. I suggested Sigmund a closer inspection of psychers. But like, psychers are getting a stink eye even though it's not exactly their fault.
They always get stink eye.
Not exactly. So, partially. Their fault adjacent.
Adjacent. Are you blaming me for this?
Of course not, Visitor. Not all psychos have your control, your fine mind.
Okay, so you arrive at the Word of Kulf. And obviously, surprisingly, there's no... thankfully, there's no combat at all. Imperial ships keep their distance. The surface seems usual for a war world, with still a lot of charred areas and scars. But overall it's much, well, maybe not peaceful, but quieter, definitely quieter. And obviously as you arrive through the warp jump, you get hailed from Admirals Inquisitor Xantis and his cadre. Welcome back in this... welcome back. Please, here are the docking instructions. Dock this and this. Admiral will be waiting for you with his engine.
Excellent. Alright, so who wants to come along for this trip to see the Admiral?
Well, I have. Am I busy doing other things, or is my archive work done?
I imagine after this, like, 2 weeks minimum, you can give me a... You probably are... depending... Yeah, you were done at least like 2 days before you arrived and made sure that every little bit of information is scrapped, and so there's no chance anybody will get anything from those ships. They are like white. And I think I mentioned that if you want to like get rid of these potentially corrupted Mechanicus guys, then the soonest way to do so is probably contact a Mechanicus member in the Admiral's battle group. I imagine because him being Lord Admiral and leading a large force, he would have a ample amount of Adeptus Mechanicus members, and probably even like Skitari, like more of them. Unless they are not.
Skitarii are usually set around Mechanicus installations, but they are also a presence with like high-ranking megas. So and considering Admiral's ranking, he probably has a equally high-ranking megas overseeing the tech.
Yeah, he's Lord Admiral after all, as he accepted the promotion during the time skip. Or rather, accepted. You kinda partially also worked him to get that rank up.
It's nice having a Lord Admiral for a friend.
Technically, yes, Sigmund, you have a like reason to get along on this trip.
Cool. So yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. So, yeah, you are all welcomed. Like, you dog, no problem at all. You are greeted by the welcoming committee, nice looking men also. And Lord Admiral welcoming you like a jovial friend. Which, it might be a little bit theatrics, but considering what you went through, he more or less considers you his friends, like mostly Xanthus, Zhao, and Sigurd, maybe. Basically more or less you're friends in his looks. Well, until he fucks up, because he's a big boy. He knows that if somebody fucks up in the Imperium, well, everybody knows how they end.
Oh, no need to worry. We're not gonna shoot him the first time. Maybe on the second fuck up.
Incompetence is a sin against the Emperor.
Yeah, Warhammer 40k, I imagine, like, every faction, if you are incompetent or screw up enough times, you are dead. Orcs speak for themselves. Yeah, Imperium, Chaos. Not sure in terms of Eldar, Tau, and Necron. Necron probably are the least problematic case because, well, they are mostly mindless. Well, basically a new universe when you get good scrap or greetings. It is as always a pleasure to welcome you to my show. Is there anything specific you require, or perhaps we, as usual, discuss about matters in my quarters?
It might be better to discuss these matters in private. Yes.
And like he starts like, please, even though you probably know the way at this point. And like in the meantime, like as he's walking, he like fetches one of his like servants / butlers, whatever you call it, to like something nice to drink from his storage. Basically to prepare. And sometime later arrive at his, which are upgraded since you probably already saw them when he ranked up, so if I didn't mention that, I'm gonna do a small read on that. Obviously, because of his high ranking, his office looks much like everything is stepped up in terms of luxury and stuff like that.
It's good to be on top.
So please, there's place for everyone, as they're like large and very comfortable leather-like, well, unless like from the like most comfortable like material seats, nicely at the table, and he takes one of. So, your Inquisitor and your Cadra, what brings you to my humble abode?
Now,
Well, we are simply here to discuss events that have been happening within the Dominate, the former Dominate. As for, we have aligned several of the dukes of the ducal legates against the Duke, and we have also managed to deal with a pair of problems that two worlds that ended up falling by the wayside. One, as it turns out, well, both, as it turns out, were subject to Xenos incursions, one being a remnant of the High Fleet.
His eyebrows go like high, and like there's like intake of breath, but he like listens.
Considering the situation, it might behoove us to step up our patrols and random testing of the worlds within the periphery, just in case. The Inquisition, of course, is taking the matter quite seriously.
Of course, I will make sure to double the patrols and like start. Well, I managed to get a report, but he shakes his head. I've been preoccupied with other matters and new deployment that the High Command is preparing. But this is quite a news.
Other issues, perhaps something we might be able to help you with.
He shakes his head. Not really. But apparently, well, not apparently. This project of yours, and he looks at you and Inquisitor, has been running along for some time, and those who manage to catch on, they don't really oppose it. The Segmentum Command and... Wait, does Segmentum Command only includes Imperial Guard or also Navy?
Navy, but they're in parallel. The Army and Navy don't really, I mean, they coordinate, but there's not really any cross command structure until you get to the High Lords.
Intentionally so. They're technically it's not the Army. It's the Imperial Guard and the Navy. The two used to be a single unit collectively called the Army, but after the Horus Heresy, they were split up because it was viewed as being too much power in a single chain of command. And so, yes, they are intentionally separate. They are kept as separate as they can be possibly kept, so that there isn't any, so that contamination between.
I know that. I was just wondering Because I know there's something like Cementum Command, but...
There's a segmentum command for the Guard, and then there's a segmentum command for the Navy, and they'll talk and coordinate, but they don't actually have any authority over each other's.
But basically they have the same
possessions.
name, that's what
Yeah.
I was trying to get.
Same name, but
Yes.
They're actually kind of infamous for not cooperating very well with one another.
really.
Each group will basically do whatever the fuck they want. The Aeronautica especially has a bad habit of not taking into consideration Guard casualties when they do stuff. They don't get along very well for the most part.
I hope it depends on grim derpness of that writer.